Hi, good morning. This is Prashanthi Ramagiri, working as a special educator in Radha Institute for the Mentally Handicapped, India. I have total 20 years of experience in this field. Handling with the learning disabilities, slow learners, and children with the behavior problems. Also, I worked in Atlanta as a special educator, and I handle the learning disabled children and slow learners and the behavior problems kids. I have a master's degree in commerce, bachelor's degree in commerce, and post-graduation diploma in early childhood education, and bachelor's degree in special education. And also I have computer skills like in Word, Excel, and PowerPoint presentation. The first, I'm going to just talk about how the special education will help the special needs children. The students with special needs are likely to benefit from additional intervention services such as different approaches, different strategies, use of technology, and a resource room. As I told you that I'm handling with the students with the behavior problems, LDs, ADHDs, and the slow learners. For successful classroom management, I follow some principles. Simultaneously dealing with the problem behavior and engaging them in the learning activities. I deal with the disruptive behaviors, but also manage to minimize off-task, non-disruptive behaviors. I plan students learn to be on task and engaged in the learning disabilities. I always overplan my lessons to ensure to fill the period with the learning activities. I always come to class with preparation. I definitely show the confidence. It's very important in the class, and I call the students by their names. It is very effective. Now, talking about witness. Witness refers to a teacher's awareness of what is going on in the classroom. When discipline problem occurs, the teacher consistently takes action to suppress the behavior that is the undesirable behavior of exactly those students who instigated the problem. Also, I prepare the individualized educational plan for the individuals. It differs the person to person. And also I prepare the lesson plans according to their levels. And now I'm going to share with you how I manage my classroom without any disruption. Why we need this classroom management, and that too in the special education area, because it is very effective discipline to maintain. It's being prepared for the class, and it's motivating to all the students. It provides safe, comfortable learning environment, and it builds students self-esteem, and it is different for everyone. Why? Because not all management strategies are effective for every student. Yeah, today I'm going to share with you how I manage my classroom without disruption. Like, it's very important for every teacher to manage the classroom management. And first, what is classroom management? It's very effective discipline to maintain being prepared for the class, and it is motivating to every student, and it provides safe, comfortable, and learning environment. It builds student self-esteem, and it is different for everyone. It is because not all management strategies are effective for every student. It differs for person to person. So I always plan the lesson plan for the individualized educational plan. And I use some techniques for better classroom management. I always focus attention on entire class. I maintain silence. It can be very effective, and I use softer voice so students really have to listen what I'm going to say. I directly my instruction so that students know what is going to happen, and monitoring groups of students to check program. I move around the room so students have to pay attention more reading. I give students non-verbal cues. Now I'm going to tell you how I'm going to handle the misbehavior students in my class. Most of the students are having the undesirable behaviors. So when two discipline problems arise concurrently, I deal with the most seriously first. When handling the misbehavior, I'll make sure all students learn what is unacceptable about the behavior, like power-seeking behavior, rambling, shyness, silence, talkativeness, and the short shooting. That is more important. I'm facing in this like more often in my class, like arguments and angry. I deal with the misbehavior without any disrupting the learning activity. I use eye contact for facial expressions and gestures, and I do not use sarcasm, verbalize feelings, but remain in control and understand the cause of the misbehavior. According to that, I plan the activities because it differs to person and student to student, behavior to behavior. Actually, more like for the behavior management, like I utilize the alternative lesson plans. Already I told you that it differs to person behavior, and I utilize the help of colleagues and the veterans. I never use corporal punishment, and I use the principle of extension, and positive reinforcers are very effective in my classroom. That is my own experience. Like eventually plan, like ultimate the positive reinforce and evaluating the effectiveness by observing behavior. The next principle is shaping. And in my class, most of the students are learning disabled children. And first, I'm going to tell about what is learning disability. Learning disability is a neurological or a brain-based problem. It's not a cause of intelligence, it's not a cause of psychological and physiological problem. It's purely due to genetic and other neurological and biological disorder. Learning disabilities are many forms. In my class, some problem behavior students are there. They may have problem in getting information, that is input problem, and some may have problem in making sense of this information, that is processing problem, and some may have problem in storing and retrieving the information, and some may have problem in getting information back out. Okay, that is naturally in affect their academic functioning, daily life and social life. And also like it affects their 3 R's, like reading, writing, math concepts and comprehension. For this learning disabled children, like I plan different lesson plan according to their levels. First, I plan the individualized education plan, and I built as many as teaching strategies, and I prepare these for a need-based. Mostly like learning disabilities have like associated problems, like they may have speech problem, they may have anger, they may have tension behaviors, and they may have very aggressive behaviors. Like to suppressing their undesirable behaviors, I just improve their teaching skills, like learning skills. So I just focus on more hands-on activities, I maintain the time, and I create the positive learning climate, like establishing rules. That is main important. Like in the classroom, first in the week of the first school, like I maintain rules and the procedures, the seating arrangement and the group work and the sharing work. This is most important while coming into the class, like a different pupil. Coming to the slow learners, in my class, two pupils are there. They may have problem in the slow learning. For all these kids, like already I told you that I prepare the individualized plans, lesson plans, and the activities. For the most, I use the task cards on which students' name rotate weekly. Like apart from these, I teach needed skills. Not only that, like uh, teaching skills, the academics and all, I concentrate the skills like social skills, thinking skills, study skills, and the problem solving skills. Frequently, I use eye contact, and it is very important, and I break the larger task into the smaller one. I use multisensory structured instruction, and I constantly repeat the concepts, not the stereotypic. Even I don't like the stereotypic one. And the interesting part is I use the students' names to keep them focused on the task at hand. I always use new material with old as not to overstimulate, because I prepare the innovative activities. Even I like innovative and the new things. I don't like to repeat over and over the old material. My way of intervention teaching is I make use of different learning strategies so that my instruction will be interesting and motivating to students. Mostly I use hands-on activities, discussions, cooperative learning, projects, role-playing, debates, technology, and community-based interventions, that is CBI. In my class, learning disabled children, I told you that I use the intervention teaching, they have the low language skills, limited understanding of phonics, memory problems, read slowly and hesitately, and also they are not at all read, often become frustrated and avoid reading. So for them, I do teaching like in intervention way, I more focus on cognitive resources. Like I make them to understand of letter sounds, correspondence, recognition of letters, sound relationships, sight words, and rich vocabulary. Now I'm going to share my teaching experience in my classroom, and this is the success story of one child, and also one way it's a success story of me. I when I incorporated group homework sessions prior to class, within a few sessions I observed all learners coming earlier to the class in order to work together. It's a very great change, and in this strategy I mixed all the different levels of the students in one group. The names Mr. Satish have high behavior problems like shyness and sitting alone and talking himself, and the self-injurious problem behaviors like that. So I incorporated all this group sessions, group homework sessions all together in the mixing up the all types of all levels of the students all together. He just started to talk with others, and he just asking others help. It's a great achievement of him, and the other side, this is the great achievement of me, and parents are most satisfied about this change. The next success story in my classroom is about Miss Nirada, and she is the student with the learning disability and having the behavior problems like angerness and disruptive behaviors. Miss Nirada have a problem of reading, writing, and in moreover in the math concepts. I planned for her the individualized educational plan with lot of investigation of her behavior, and I gathered the information with their parents, siblings, and other professionals, and she likes companion work, moreover socialization skills, and I made the groups, and she improves her socialization skills and the time management. But coming to the academics, like I concentrated her 1:1 strategy, like for prior class stats. Like also I established the memory games in the computer, and slowly she develops her comprehension skills and the math concepts. I used small interesting stories in a picture way and the cartoon way, like and I asked her to write through 2 to 3 sentences on that, and also I asked her to repeat the same story the next day and after the 1 week, and she developed her memory skills and she started to answer my questions. It's a drastic change. In the same way, I introduced math concepts in the playway method, but not a stereotypic. I don't like the stereotypic method, and she learned the 4 concepts now. Anytime she can answer these concepts, like it's really success story for Ms. Nirada. I love this profession, special educator profession. Some people ask me, is it not tiring profession and overwhelming? Yes, but hopefully I have plenty of rewarding moments in my career, and that will overshadow these tough times. For example, I got the award in Atlanta Monroe Area High School, the Teacher of the Month. I got the award, and as well as in India, like I got more awards regarding the achievements in the classroom management. Thank you.